Hello, and thank you for coming to my talk show, Tell It Like It Is. And I'm your host, Morris Man. My co-host, Joe Spencer, has the night off. We're going to do a special segment today, and that special segment is entitled Political Fluke. And the question that I pose to you is this: if you had to pick one person that was instrumental in Barack Obama becoming president, who would that person be? Give it a few minutes. I think a good choice or a good answer is Oprah Winfrey or the Democratic Party, but actually they're not an individual, they're a group. But those are actually good choices, but actually that's not the correct answer. I'm going to name a person that you would say, wow, how do this person connect with the Obama campaign? And I'm going to proceed to tell you how this person is connected. And the person that I'm speaking of, and the person in mind, is this person. Now you might say, who is this person? Then some might say, oh, okay, I remember this person from Star Trek: The Next Generation. So how Jeri Ryan is connected to the Obama's presidency, or how did she have any type of influence in that? And I'm going to tell you why. It's an interesting story. It's like you kind of trace back the roots as far as where it started. Now, most of us that lived outside of Illinois, Barack Obama didn't get on your radar until he became senator. Actually, he was running for president. But the people in Illinois, and I lived in Illinois during the time, they were aware of this young, charismatic, energetic Democrat. He was running for Senate in 2004, I believe. And he was running against a gentleman by the name of Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan was a Republican. He was an investment banker. He was also a professor at Harvard University, where he earned his degree in business and law. Young, intelligent, charismatic. Everybody seems to like Mr. Ryan. He seemed to have been a pretty nice person. And he was well on his way to winning the Senate seat. And everybody actually in Obama's camp knew that the polls was in Mr. Ryan's favor. Because you have to remember, this is back when the Republicans were in power, and we had a Republican president. And it was basically slated for Jack Ryan to win, unless a miracle occurred. And actually a miracle did occur. And what happened was this. And let me say this first, because this is interesting as far as politics. You ask yourself, why do people run when they know they're going to lose? Because, I mean, most of us wouldn't get into any type of competition if we knew we were going to lose. And here's the answer to that question, because I couldn't understand it for many years. The first go round, if your candidate seems like he's not going to win by the polls and the ratings, it's more or less to get his name out there, because recognition is everything in politics. It's even more important than the actual platforms that these candidates stand on, because most of us do not sit down and go through pages and pages of research to figure out where these people are coming from politically. We just happen to see them on TV often a lot of times, and we say, oh, they look really nice, they're really pleasant people, there's no scandal involved, so I'm going to vote for that guy. That's how basically most of us end up picking our candidates. But getting back to the story at hand, Jack Ryan was going to win the Senate seat. It was unanimous. And then something happened. Actually, two things happened, but the first one really didn't make an impact like the second one. The first one was this. The Jack Ryan campaign, they actually hired a guy to follow Barack Obama around with a video camera. They was hoping to find dirt. And as you know, they've tried that tired routine while he's in the presidency, trying to find dirt. You know, and he's just a guy that don't have any dirt. You know, him or his wife don't have any dirt. So it was kind of a backlash, or it backfired on the Ryan's campaign. But what really killed the Ryan's campaign is this. His wife at the time, Jeri Ryan, she was filing for divorce, and she dropped a bombshell. And her allegations was that her husband, Jack Ryan, was more or less a super freak. Now, there's nothing wrong being a super freak in your house, you know, amongst your consenting person, but apparently he was frequenting sex clubs, and this is really what kind of, I guess, buried his political life. She alleged that he wanted her to engage in sex with other men while he watched. So that killed his career. And the sexual scandals kill people's career more than, or quicker than anything. Remember Gary Hart, the guy that was about to become president in the 80s? And then that picture surfaced with him and the woman down on the beach, or should I say on the boats. You know, so the sexual scandals really kill political careers quicker than anything. So after Jerry Ryan dropped that bombshell, then what happened was he had to fall out, or should I say he stepped down from running. Then the Republicans put in Mr. Alan Keyes. Now, to most of us, Mr. Alan Keyes is a joke. You know, no one takes him serious, not even his own party. So they were scrambling to try to get another person to run against Obama, and they selected Alan Keyes. And of course, the rest is history. Alan Keyes lost, Obama won, he went to the Senate, then he ran for president, then he became president. So it's pretty interesting that, to me, one person literally changed the course of history, and that is Jerry Ryan. Well, actually, I guess her name is Zimmerman these days. But I just wanted to share that story with you, and I hope that you found it interesting. And until next time, as always, I thank you for coming to my talk show. Tell it like it is, and keep thinking.